Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss system design of WhatsApp and basically the architecture of WhatsApp. So let's discuss about the functional and non-functional requirements first. So the functional, just a minute, yeah, functional requirements. So first is basically user should be able to send message to another user, right? Second is user should be able to send message to a group. Then third is user should be able to send photos and videos. And then fourth is end-to-end encryption of messages. And fifth is basically like user will have the last seen service. So basically user should be able to find out the last seen of other users. So these are the five functional requirements which are generally asked in the interview. And non-functional requirements, so any real world chat application should be highly available and highly scalable and eventual consistency and with low latency. So these are the non-functional requirements. So let me just write these functional and non-functional. User should be able to send message to other user. User should be able to send message to group. User should be able to check last seen of other users. Then we have end-to-end encryption of messages. Then we have user should be able to send images and videos. Okay, so these are the functional requirements. Now let's come to the non-functional requirements. Non-functional requirements. First is low latency. Second is highly available. Third is highly scalable. Fourth is basically eventual consistency. So these are the non-functional requirements. Now let's do some capacity estimation. So basically daily active users are DAU of WhatsApp are, let's say, 1 billion users. Now on an average, let's say each user sends 10 messages a day. So basically 10 messages per user in a day. So total messages of 1 billion users will be like 10 billion messages in a day, right? So total is equals to 10 billion messages in a day. So if total is 10 billion messages in a day, and let's say on an average, the size of one message is 10 KB. Size of one message is 10 KB. This is average. So basically size of 10 billion messages will be 100 billion KB. So 100 billion KB is basically 100 billion KB. So it is basically around 100 gigabytes, right? So this is 100 gigabytes. Total is equals to 100 GB. This much storage we require for a day. Now let's do the design and architecture of WhatsApp. So let's say there are three users. So this is user one, this is user two, and this is user three. So basically, user one, user two, user three, they will send messages to a load balancer. This is our load balancer slash API gateway. Now we are going to use WebSocket handler for these users. So this is WebSocket handler 1. Then we have WebSocket handler 2. Then we have WebSocket handler 3. So suppose user 1 wants to send a message to user 2, and this message is M1. So let's say user 1 wants to send to message to user 2 the message M1. Then it will flow to the load balancer, then it will flow to the WebSocket handler, then it will again flow to the load balancer. Okay. So basically then it will reach to the messaging service. So this is our, let me write here, messaging service. Messaging service will ask session service. Messaging service will ask session service what is the WebSocket handler or server of user 2. So session service internally maintain a session DB, which is basically a NoSQL database. So from this DB, it will fetch the WebSocket handler of this user 2, and it will forward it to messaging service. Now messaging service will send this to WebSocket handler 2 to send the message to user 2, this message M1. Suppose if user 2 is offline, then this load balancer will call this relay service for the unsent messages if the user is offline. So relay service will store all the unsent messages in a NoSQL database. So it will keep on checking. So once the user comes online, the first thing uh, the service will do is basically fetch all the unsent messages for this user 2. So suppose user 2 comes online, then it will ask, hey, please give me all those messages which are mean for me and which are undelivered. So this is the one-to-one messaging flow. Suppose if user 1 wants to send a message to group 1. So we have this group 1, or let's say, yeah, group 1, and message is basically M2. So it will go to messaging service. Messaging service will put the message into Kafka stream for group 1. So we will have a Kafka. So then we have a group handler service as well. So it will check if there is, it will check the Kafka topic for group 1 if there is any message in the group 1 which needs to be sent. So we will have this connection like this. So user 1 wants to send message to group 1, then group handler service will pick that message from Kafka. It will then ask the group service to give all the users in the group. So group service will maintain a database which is kind of a SQL database, because here there is a relationship between user and groups. So group service will fetch all the users in that group, and it will give it to group handler service. Now group handler service will forward all those messages to those users. So let's have this thing. Okay, just a minute. I want to copy this. Yeah. So here we have. So user 1, user 2. Let's say in this group 1, we have two users only, user 1 and user 2. Or let's say there is another user which is user 4. So what it will do, this group handler, it will forward the message to this group. Suppose if the some of the users are offline, then those unsent messages will be stored in relay service. So in this way it will work, and we will have another service to fetch the user profile and user information, which is a user service. So here we have a user service. So it is used to fetch all the information of the user from a DB. SQL database. We will also have asset service to upload the images and videos to AWS object storage. So this is asset service. It will basically upload all the images and videos into AWS object storage. And we can also use CDN to fetch the images and videos quickly. So user one can use CDN. Any users can use CDN to fetch the images and videos faster. So CDN is used to serve static images and videos. So yeah, so this is the system diagram of WhatsApp. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.